welcome to Write to Read Virtual Classroom. Okay, children, now what can you see in the screen? Yeah, what we do, right? Some actions are there. So can you imagine what sort of a lesson we are going to do today? It's regarding some actions. When you early get up in the morning, what are the things you do? Are you helping your mother, or are you not doing anything and just get ready to go to school? Okay. So it's regarding a nice lesson. It's about what we do today. Mm, right. Now we are moving to some next slide. See, I'll show you some action. See, what can you see in the picture? It's about, yes. Now, as you school children is getting up, right? So the next slide is what it is. We'll see. What is the next slide? Yes, your mother is making tea for you, right? So can you see what is the next one? Shall I show you some? Yes. What is this? Somebody's peeling onion, right? So we'll see. Shall I show you another picture? What it is? Yes. Someone is scraping the coconut. Okay. What is the next slide? See? Yes, worshipping. If you actually, as we belong to some sort of a religion. When you go to some sort of a place or working place or school or whatever, you worship your own religion. That is that. Okay. When we move to the next slide, what it is? Yes, according to if you are a Hindu person, you worship Lord Ganesh. So that, oh yes, that picture is there. Okay, we are moving to the next one. Yes, before going to school, you worship, right? Okay. Now I'll move to the lesson today, right? See what's the lesson is? Yes, see children, in your textbook you have this unit, that is a new unit, that is what we do. Okay, so now I'm going to role play the dialogue, right? Because I'm learn myself, so I'm going to role play everybody's part. Okay. Harini, I get up at 5 o'clock. At what time do you get up? I get up at 4:45 and my mother gets up at 4:30 a.m. I help my mother to make tea, right? My mother gets up at 4 o'clock. She makes tea and wakes me up. My sister and I help her to cook. We too help our mother to cook. I peel onions and my father scrapes coconut. Can you imagine? I show you some pictures, right? Can you remember that I was showing you peeling onions and scraping the coconut, right? I worship Lord Buddha and then study for some times. So there are people who are studying in the morning as well because it's good, right? We offer flowers to God Ganesh and pray. Yes, according to their religion, they are doing like that, right? Um Our school bus comes at 6:30 a.m., so I get ready and have my breakfast. My sister and I worship our parents and leave home. I was showing you with the picture. I walk to school with my mother and brother. We too worship our parents. So, see, in this lesson, it's very easy one, right? What do you mean by peel? Uh, what do you mean by onion? I have shown you also. Shall we see it from the dictionary? This is onion, right? Yes, it's about onion. And scrapes, of course, you know, yes, I have given you all the details regarding this. So this is, of course, in this unit, we are talking about what? In this unit, we are talking about actually our daily routine. What are the things we do? At what time you get up, and at what time you uh, have your have your breakfast, and at what time your mother wakes up, at what time your father wakes up, and what time your mother is preparing breakfast to you, and what time your mother is preparing tea for you, and Actually, we have some certain rituals. Actually, what uh, worshipping our religion, right? According to our religion, we are worshipping and how we go to school, right? So now I'm moving to activity number 1. What it is? Read the role play and answer the question. So there are some few questions. Okay, moving on to these questions. So what is the first one? At what time does Sumudu get up? So at what time Sumudu get up? Yes, we'll go through the text and see. Yes, Sumudu. I get up 5 o'clock. So according to Sumudu, she get up at 5 o'clock. Okay. Now what is the second question? Who helps her mother to make tea? Just peep through the book and see who helped her mother. I help my mother to make tea. That is Harini. Harini is making her mother to make tea. When does Sumudu leave home? So, Sumudu, our school bus comes at 6:30 a.m. So I get ready and have my breakfast. My sister and I worship our parents and leave home. Yes, at 6:30. How does Harini go to school? So here in the book it says that I walk to school. So that means Harini walks to school, right? Yes. How do you help your parents? So that is of course open-ended question for you all. Are you helping your mother and father? Yes. How do you help your parents? For example, they have given you I scrape the coconut. I help my mother to make tea, right? So I will sometimes you can arrange your breakfast table. It will be a good help for your mother. Like that way. What are the ways you can help your mother and father? And someone else is telling, I peel onions. And my father is scraping coconut for them. Because of that, you can make your work easy, right? It's about how we are doing our daily routine. Okay, so we have started a new unit. Okay, moving to the next page, see, it's activity 2, right? So see, read the example and filling the table with the words given. Okay, before moving to the activity, see, do you know these words? For example, what do you mean by wake? What do you mean by wake? Shall we look at it from dictionary? Wake means be awake, right? Be alert, be there. For the noun, the consequences of an event, especially a catastrophic event, the aftermath of woe, in the wake of the accident. So, wake in the sense when you get up also, that is wake. So, see, now see, children, you have given example also. They have given help and you have to put S and right helps. Like that way, all the things are here, right? So the one is given get up. How are you going to write? It's there available here although in this thing. Yes, get up. In the first column, what you have to write? Get up. In the next column, gets up, right? So for example, wake, in the first column you are going to write wake, in the next column wakes, right? You have to put S, right? So for example, if I ask here worships, what is the column? You have to write it in the second column. First column worship, second column worships, right? Walk in the first column and the second column walks. Peel in the first column and peels in the second column. So read the example and filling the table with the words given. That is, of course, what you have to do. You have to do it for homework, right? Okay, we are moving to activity 4. See, it's a nice activity. Speak to your classmates and find someone who, see, speak to your classmates. No. Now, in your in your school also you can do this thing for pair work. So speak to your classmates. Who are your classmates? Shall I explain it from English dictionary? Yes, it's a noun, an acquaintance that you go to school with. Classmates means there are your class friends, school friends. Those are classmates. And find someone who, you have to find a partner who is doing what? Gets up at 5 o'clock in the morning, comes to school by train, studies early in the morning, likes to play badminton, goes to temple, kovil, church, mosque once a week, likes to act in dramas, celebrates Deepavali, fasts at Ramazan, observes Sil on Poya days, sings carols at Christmas. Do you? Example. So, actually, if I ask you this sort of a question, the ones who are going to temple, are they going to church? No, right? In your schoolmates, I know that you have I mean, Hindu friends, Catholic friends, right? Muslim friends, from them, you know who are going to temple, who are going to kovil, who are going to church. So, what you have to do for homework, speak to your classmates and find someone. You have to name them. For example, Rangi is getting up at 5 o'clock. She comes to school by van. She studied she studies late at night. She's studying not in the morning. There are people who are studying early in the morning, and some people are there, they don't like to get up early in the morning, they studies at night. Even as myself, for example, I like to study in the morning because in the morning everything can be grasped. So for some people, you can wake up in the morning but there are certain cases who do not like to wake up. It's according to you, right? So like to play badminton, although here in the book says some students like to play badminton, but some students like to play chess. Some may be likeness for playing cricket. Some may be like they are having a likeness to play volleyball, football, basketball, whatever it is, according to their likes and dislikes, right? So going to temple or kovil, of course, it depends according to your own religion, right? There are some students like to act in dramas, right? Yes, maybe some are good at singing songs, some are good at acting in dramas, some are good at making stories, creating stories, right? Some are good at making some inventions. Is that so? So, do you like making some inventions? That means invention means something which is new for the whole world. So, there may be certain cases, right? So, make it a point to now, this is your activity for homework. So, what is your activity for homework? For homework, you have to do first what? First, the activity this is activity 2, right? So the first activity for homework is you have to do activity 1. That is, of course, there are 5 questions. You have to write answers for 5 questions. That is homework number 1, children, right? Number 2 is, right? So number 2 is, it's a very interesting one. See, it's yes, what you have to do, everything is there in this thing, and like they have given you example as well. So what you have to do, helps, like that way, get up gets up, you have to write it in the grid. That is homework number 2. The third one and the last one is find out 5 friends. How many friends? You have to find out 5 friends, ones who are getting up at about 5 o'clock, maybe some people getting at about 4 o'clock, like that way, it depends. You have to find out 5 friends and see how are they coming. Are they traveling by bus? Are they traveling by train? Are they coming to school by a school van? Oh, like that way, how are they coming to school? And you have to find out when are they studying, at night or in the morning, like that way. You have to find out what are their likes and dislikes. So dislikes in the sense, what are their likes? So some like to play badminton and some like to play what? Volleyball. It depends. No? So you have to find out what are the likes of these five friends, and uh, who are going to temple, and who are going to kovil, and who are going to church, and who are going to mosque, and what are their interests regarding singing, dancing, dramas. What are their interests? You have to find out those things and write. For actually, Rangi likes to get up at 5, and she comes to school by van, and she studies at night. She likes football, sorry, she likes netball. So like that way she goes to kovil. So like that way you have to write for 5, right? And so, who is fasting in Ramazan? Yes, who? Buddhist or Hindus or Muslims or who? Yes, Muslims fast at Ramazan. That is, of course, you know, right? Observe Sil in 4 days. Who are observing Sil? Yes, actually, uh, Buddhist people observe Sil, right? Okay, sings carols. Who are singing carols? Yes, Roman Catholic sings carols, right? Okay. So you have today 3 tasks to do. Okay. So make it a point to do these activities as well. Okay, children. Before ending up our session, I would like to tell you something which is very important, right? So when you consider about this Read to Me app, it's a very useful app for you, right? So the thing is, in y'all are having syllabus from grade 3 to grade 8 upwards. In this Read to Me, team has done a good job. They have this grade 3 to grade 8 app is available in your smartphones. So make it a point to download this. There you have lot of options as well. What are the options? When you do not know when you do not know a word, English word, you can use your picture dictionary, sometimes in your English dictionary, and there are words translating to Sinhala and Tamil as well. Lot of options are there in this Read to Me app. So make it a point for you and for your friends to tell that this sort of app is available, so and make the maximum use of it. Okay, children, that is the end of today's lesson. Thank you for listening and have a nice day.